Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bridge Creek High School in the 2024. I think this is the first Bridge Creek Bobcat Classic here in Bridge Creek, Oklahoma. My name is Greg Peary, and this is day 2 of the Classic. And we did not get to come up here and cover the games yesterday. We'll talk about those here in just a moment. But on tap for us today, we've got the boys game in the semifinal matchup in the winner's bracket, as the Lindsay Leopards get set to take on the Blanchard Lions. Again, my name is Greg Peary. Glad you're with us here alongside Glenn Shoemake and J.D. Scruggs, Kevin Scruggs, and Andrew ESPN Lyon. All here. Brianna Miller back at our studios. And Glenn, this is a tough tournament. The Leopards yesterday had to play an OKC Storm team that you really don't know what you're going to get with a team like that out of of homeschool there in Oklahoma City. But decent team. The Leopards did not have a good game yesterday from their standards, and they do pull off the win. It's 47-42, but 13 points from Brody Ramming. 7 of those from the free throw line in the second half. It was 7 for 7 from the free throw line for Brody there in that second half. Also had 13 from Bryson Watts. He had a couple of threes in the ball game. The Leopards did shoot very well from the free throw line, 2, 4, 6, 8. They were 9 of 14, from the free throw line. What they didn't do well yesterday was shoot from the floor. Yeah. 12 of 31 from 2-point, 4 of 23 from 3-point. So they end up 16 of 54 for the game, 29%. They're going to have to do better than that today.
Yeah, absolutely. This Blanchard team comes in, and they are loaded, ranked in Class 4A. Obviously, they've got some athletes. I don't know how many of their football players came over, but they had a whale of a football team, and a lot of times that carries over into the basketball program somewhat too. So they got some guys, some big old boys down there. I bet some of them played football. But, yeah, this is a tough matchup in a semifinal game for the Leopards. But, you're at a point in the season where you want to be challenged. And this is definitely going to be a big challenge inside and out against this ranked Blanchard Lions team.
Yeah, they do come in 12-4 on the season. They're ranked number 10 in the state in Class 4A. And, again, they did beat Chickasha yesterday, their opening round matchup, 78-34, the final in that one. But their only losses came against Bethany, who was ranked number 4 in the state in 4A. They lost to Noble in the finals of that tournament at Noble right after the first of the year.
Yeah, Noble's a 5A team.
And they are they lost to Perkins in that Noble tournament. I think I said Noble. They were in the Noble tournament. They lost to Perkins Trial, but Perkins number 5. Yeah. So their 2 losses come to the number 4 ranked team in 4A, the number 5 ranked team in 4A, and then North Rock Creek that's number 2 in 4A.
Yeah.
So they've played the best there is in their class, and those are their only 3 losses. They've beat the Bridge Creek team that beat the Leopards twice so far this season. And they beat them in overtime in the second round of that tournament, but had to go to overtime to get it done. Mm-hmm. So that'll tell you how good the Bridge Creek boys are, too. But you look at this tournament, and on the winner side of the bracket, you've got Lindsay playing Blanchard. Blanchard's number 10. On the other side is Tuttle and Bridge Creek. And you've got, Bridge Creek's number 11, Tuttle's number 15 or 16. So you've got 3 of the top 15 teams in the state in 4A on our side of the bracket in this tournament. If you're looking for a challenge and you're looking to get pushed, you're going to get it this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. And for those of you that don't know, Lindsay's 3A.
Exactly.
So we're definitely stepping up in class and stepping up in quality with playing these ranked teams. And Bridge Creek's a conference team. Pauls Valley's ranked. They're 4A. And so – we're very accustomed to playing these ranked 4A teams, but I'm not sure how much Coach Terry relishes it. Maybe he's like, hey, give me a break every now and then.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
So again, they're going to have to shoot better than that 30% from yesterday, or 29% for sure. And again, they did have 4 3-pointers in the game yesterday, but the last 2 games they have not shot well from 3. They've not shot overall from the field that well. And so they're going to have that here tonight. Just to catch you up, the Leopards did win their game today. They had the first game of the day as the Leopards took on Bridge Creek for the 3rd time this season and defeated them 55-22. So the Leopards will play in the Consolation Championship game at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. They'll take on Southmore. Southmore defeated Star Spencer this afternoon. So the Leopards will play at 1 o'clock, and then the Lindsay Leopards, depending on a win or a loss today, will play at either 4:30 tomorrow afternoon, 5:30 tomorrow afternoon, or they'll be playing in a championship game at 8:30. So our plans are to have both those games for you here, but tonight we've just got the one game, and it'll be the Lindsay Leopards and the Blanchard Lions. But before we get to that and get any further into our First National Bank pregame show, we need to send it over to JD. Here's some words from our sponsors. We're back with more from Bridge Creek after this time out here on KBLP Live.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For all your construction needs, give Brad Taylor a call with B&S Construction at 1-405-428-0039. B&S Construction specializes in concrete pads, sidewalks, and metal buildings of all sizes. Call Brad today for a free estimate. The crew at B&S Construction would like to wish the Leopards a safe and successful season. Go Lindsay! For all your oil-filled electrical needs, call Michael Schirach with SOS Electrical. SOS is a family-owned business that specializes in oil-filled, industrial, and commercial electrical construction and maintenance. No job is too big, no job is too small. Give SOS a call at 1-405-428-1944 today. Good luck, Leopards!
For over 68 years, Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, Oklahoma, has been serving families in the area during their greatest time of need, the loss of a loved one. We treat each family as if they were our own and consider it a true calling to minister to each and every family that calls upon us. We don't take caring for your loved one and your family lightly. Your care is important to us. Call on us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where our staff can assist your family with immediate need with the loss of a loved one, pre-need arrangement planning, pre-need burial insurance, along with questions regarding funeral burial trust accounts, Veterans Administration, and Social Security benefits questions. Myself, John W. Williams, Teresa, and Claudia are well experienced in these areas and will be more than happy to assist you in any way we can. Winans Funeral Home in Maysville, where you are family.
This is Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'm a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School and have been practicing dentistry in Lindsay since 2006. We welcome you to come by our dental practice so we can help you and your family with all your dental needs. We offer dental services for everyone at every age, from braces to aligners to crowns, bridges, dentures, and implants. Give us a call today at 405-756-4093 or stop by at 102 Southwest 7th Street and let us give you the healthy, beautiful smile you've always dreamed of.
Hey Leopard fans, we at American Exchange Bank are excited for another year where we get to continue our support of Lindsay Leopard Athletics. Join us in cheering on our Leopards or catch all the action right here on KBLP Live. American Exchange Bank at 402 South Main has been the bank for the Leopards for nearly 100 years. Come see us if you're looking for a different banking experience. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. At American, we are Leopards supporting other Leopards.
Hey, welcome back to Bridge Creek. Greg Peary, Glenn Shoemake, J.D. Scruggs, Andrew Lyon, Kevin Scruggs here in Bridge Creek. We get set for the Lindsay Leopards and the Blanchard Lions. semifinal and a berth in the championship game tomorrow night on the line. Let's get to your starting lineups, and we'll go ahead and introduce the Leopards since they are the visitors on the scoreboard. At guard, a 5'10 sophomore, that's number 3, Creed Taylor. At forward, a 6-foot senior, number 4, Brody Ramming. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 11 is Bryson Watts. At guard, a 5'9 sophomore, number 22, Manuel Aguero. And rounding out the starting 5 at forward will be a 6'2 sophomore, number 23, Bryce Cater. Leopards come in 9-6 on the season, and their head coach is Devin Terry in his first season here at Lindsay. He is assisted by Gavin Wilson. For the Blanchard Lions, they start a 5'9 sophomore, number 1, Emery Smalley. A 5'6 sophomore, number 2, Jackson Hull. A 6'2 sophomore, number 3, Cole Watkins. A 6'2 senior, number 5, Keegan Graves. And rounding out the starting 5 at forward will be a 6'6 senior, number 44, Ross Johnston. Blanchard again comes in 12-4 on the season, ranks number 10 in the state in Class 4A. Head coach is Jeff Word, and he is assisted by Trey Green.
They start 3 sophomores and 2 seniors just like we do, so they're it's going to be an even match there. Usually we go in and we're playing a bunch of seniors. Yeah, Bridge Creek, senior.
Well, if you look down this Blanchard roster, they've got 5 seniors on the roster. I think the rest are all sophomores. Mm-hmm. Johnston will control the tip into the backcourt. It'll be brought up by Hull. Goes left wing over to Smalley. Back up top, Watkins. Smalley with it. Back over to Hull on the right wing. Trying to go underneath to Johnston. Cater fronts, and they get it to him. He'll send it back cross court. Right wing 3 from Hull is on the way. Short. Ramming tips the rebound, and Watkins comes up with it. His putback won't drop. This time Aguero comes away with a miss for the Leopards. Up top, Aguero gets it to left wing for Watts around a screen from Taylor. Right side, Cater turns down to 3 and travels with it on the ball fake and drive. And the Leopards will start with a turnover on their first possession.
Well, I'm kind of curious about this kind of looks like a triangle and 2 where we're manning a post and manning number 5 and then the 6'6 kid, and then the other 3 are in a triangle look. That's exactly what we're in.
Right wing 3 up over the top of the backboard and out of bounds for the turnover. As Watkins tried to get that one to go, it'll be Leopard basketball, and Taylor will push it up the floor. Smalley on the defense as he does. Goes to Aguero. He'll go right wing for Cater. Back up top, Watts. Taylor gets it back, goes to Aguero left wing, back to Cater, top of the key. Back around to that right wing for Watts, back to Aguero. Cater top. Taylor got around his man, side steps, 3 ball on the way is short. Rebound pulled down by Johnston. Quickly he leaks it out, and Watts tried to draw the charge from Cole Watkins, but the basket's good, and it's 2-0 Blanchard.
Yeah, it was a nice try right there, but I think he was a little bit too far under for them to call the charge.
Taylor back to Watts left wing into the left corner for Aguero. Watts gets it back up between the circles. Cater flips it right back to Watts' left side. He'll fire the 3 from there. That one skips across, no good. Offside rebound is pulled down by Keegan Graves, but tied up by Ramming, and the Leopards will have the possession arrow. So that's a good tie up there for Ramming.
Yeah, I'd like to see us go inside a little bit. We've taken a couple of 3s right here. I know they got a 6'6 guy inside, but, you can't live and die by the 3.
Well, they'll lob it off the inbound. It's stolen by Graves. Nearly lost control of it. He'll track it down over on the left wing and get it to Smalley back up between the circles. Over the whole right wing. Back up top for Watkins. Back over to Smalley left side. The lob inside. Johnson turns around. The floater won't drop. Ramming comes down with a miss.
Yeah, he had a good look right there. A little jump hook, but couldn't get it to fall.
Taylor sends it to Cater left side. He's going to try the 3, and that one's short. Watkins with the miss, and here comes Blanchard. Hull on the drive, gets to the free throw line, flips it to Johnson right down the lane. He runs over Aguero, and they're going to call an and 1. Aguero gets whistled for the first foul of the game. And that'll put Johnson at the line for an and 1.
Yeah, I thought that was. I thought Manny was set. I really did, and maybe didn't catch him square. But Manny still had defensive position and didn't move.
I agree. Johnson good from the line, makes it 5-0. Blanchard on top. 5:35 left to go here in the first quarter. Taylor sends it over to Aguero. Cater right wing. Tries to go baseline, cut off by Graves. Comes back to Taylor, up top to Aguero. He'll get into the lane, jump stops. Sends it to Ramming, short corner right side, over Johnston, and it's good. Brody Ramming gets that 0 off the scoreboard for the Leopards. It's 5-2 Blanchard.
Yeah, we need that from Brody, and a little mid-range game right there instead of taking it right at the 6'6" guy.
Hull with the left side, back to Watkins between the circles. Smalley right wing. Work it back around again. Hull back up top to Watkins, back over to Hull. Lob down underneath, and Taylor comes from the backside, knocks that lob away and headed for Johnson.
Yeah, that triangle and 2 is giving them a little fits.
Watts wide open 3 from the right corner is good, and he ties the game at 5. And a timeout called by Blanchard. Coach Word wants to talk about it. We're tied at 5, 4:38 left in the first. We'll head over to JD. It's a timeout. We'll come back with more live coverage of Leopard basketball presented by the First National Bank here on KBLP Live.
Are you tired of doing laundry? Give Sunshine Suds a call and let them do it for you. Sunshine Suds will wash and fold your clothes, and they also offer dry cleaning. Sunshine Suds also does quilting and alterations. Load up that laundry basket and head to Sunshine Suds, located at 107 Southwest 2nd Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give them a call at 405-756-2850.
4:38 left to go in the first quarter, and the Leopards saw Blanchard go on a 5-0 run, had a couple of baskets and a free throw, and then the Leopards come back. A jumper from Ramming and a 3 from Watts. We're not all knotted up at 5. Blanchard with the basketball out of the timeout. Hull on the dribble, gets it to Graves. That's top of the key, stripped by Ramming, but got it back. Finally gets it to Watkins in the right corner. Inside, Smalley misses the shot, rebound tipped out. Hull comes away with it. He'll step through, sends it up top. Watkins into the lane, back down to Hull, and Hull had a nice move underneath. Got that one to go.
Yeah, a good penetration was the problem. They got in the paint right there and caught us in between players for the nice bounce pass.
Watts left wing, looking for cutters, and he's going to get fouled as Watkins is trying to stay with Aguero around that screen. Cole Watkins first, team's first here in the quarter. So it'll be Leopard basketball as Aguero will inbound from the sideline. Taylor in the backcourt will bring it back up. Left side over to Watts. Cater top of the key, flips it to Taylor. Taylor to the free throw line, over to Aguero right wing. Graves with the defense there, back to Watts. Cater surveys Watkins, decides to give it to Aguero. Aguero takes Hull into the lane. Nice runner, but too strong. Rebound pulled down by Johnston.
Yeah, there's a lot of contact right there. He wasn't in defense position, was rubbing on him.
Drive it down. Smalley can't hit the 3, but Graves comes away with the miss. Work it back out around to the left side for Smalley. Back to Watkins, back to Hull. They work it around the top of this zone, trying to find an opening to get it down to Johnston, but Cater doing a great job of fronting him, and that zone doing a great job of staying behind him. Back up top for Smalley, back over to Watkins. They'll let him have the 3. It's too strong. The rebound pulled down by Cater.
Yeah, good rebound right there and block out. Thought Johnson went over the back a little bit reaching, but they didn't call it.
Timeout, Lindsay. We've got 3:01 left in the first. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back to Bridge Creek after this. Live coverage of Leopard basketball presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
BC Factoring and Finance is a local, family-owned finance company. We assist small businesses with flexible and creative financing solutions to meet their cash flow needs. Call us to discuss ways we can help free up your time to focus on building your business. Visit us online at bcfactoring.com or give us a call at 405-259-2104. Go, Lindsay!
3:01 left to go here in the first quarter. It's 7-5. Blanchard on top by 2, but the Leopards will have the basketball coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, playing well right now. I really like this defensive. I think it's frustrating Blanchard, and whenever you can frustrate the other team offensively, they're going to push and rush, and it's not going to be good for them.
Try the backdoor cut to Watts. Pass is stolen away. The Leopards' third turnover of the game. Quickly the other way, Smalley, and he'll get two easy points down there and right into the basket.
That was too easy. We kind of backed off instead of challenging the shot.
9-5. Blanchard back up by 4. Cater on the handle, comes back up between the circles to Watts. Back over to Cater left wing. Goes baseline, double teamed. Gets it back out to Taylor on the wing. Skip it all the way to Watts right side. 3 ball on the way. It's up and good. Bryson Watts, 2 threes. Pulls the Leopards back within 1 at 9-8.
Okay, put a note right there. Watts is hot. Get him the ball.
Exactly. By the way, number 25, Jared Wrigley, the 6'2 senior, has checked in for Blanchard, and he'll fire a 3 that's an air ball. Graves with the save, though. The lob will not drop underneath for Hull. They try it again, and this time Watkins gets deep and puts it in. Actually, that was Keegan Graves that put that one in. My apologies. 11-8. Blanchard by 3. Cater top of the key. Hands it to Watts. Double team, takes it all the way down. Wrigley stops him on the drive, misses the shot, and rebound pulled down by Watkins.
Yeah, that was.
Then turned it over. Cater comes up with the miss. And Leopards nearly turn it over again. Watts says, hey, let's take our time here. Aguero waits for Hull to fly by, and he got the 3 to go.
Yeah, that's always so awesome when you wait for the flyby and you actually make the shot.
Got to make the shot, though.
Yeah, to tie the game.
Exactly. Tied it at 11. We've got 1:05 left in the quarter. Hull goes baseline, cut off by Taylor. Back up top, Smalley. Wrigley has it left wing. Again, back up to Smalley. Under a minute to go, and Blanchard looks like they're maybe switching things up here a little bit. Back to Smalley. To the free throw line. Backdoor cut was cut for Hull. Graves stands with the left elbow. Back over right side, Hull for 3. That rims out no good. Ramming with the miss for the Leopards. Tie game, 30 seconds left here in the first quarter, and the Leopards will pull it out for a final shot.
Yeah, Blanchard is 0 for 6 from three-point range. They haven't found the range yet. So
Taylor splits a double team, and he'll get fouled. And that will go on. I think Wrigley picks that one up. That's his first. The team's second in the quarter. Johnston will check back in. Watkins will check out for Blanchard. In for the Leopards will be number 2 guys at Cameron, the 6-foot freshman. And number 15 is also going to check in for Blanchard. That's Brady Cook. He's a 5'4 sophomore.
They can't do that.
Johnson just checked in. He didn't play any.
Yeah, the clock didn't run, so they can't check him back out.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's the officials.
Yep. Taylor nearly lost the handle on it, and he nearly threw it away. It's saved, and no, Wrigley's going to come up with it. Takes it 1-on-2, and he can't get it to drop. But Smalley's there to clean it up to make it 13-11. And the half-court shot will not fly or will not drop. And the Leopards trail by 2 at the end of 1. 13-11, Blanchard on top. We'll send it back over to JD. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the second quarter. Right after this, you're watching live coverage of Leopard basketball presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
If you need local trash pickup with quality service at a fair price, call Red Dirt Waste Services today at 580-432-5697. Red Dirt Waste Services is locally owned and operated, offering household, residential, and light commercial trash pickup in Lindsay and surrounding areas, including Ellick, Bradley, Bray Doyle, Cox City, Elmore City, and Foster. Red Dirt Waste Services does household cleanouts too, and they offer 96-gallon poly carts and dumpsters. Bagged, loose, or heavy items, doesn't matter, they'll come get it. Red Dirt Waste Services even offers valet service, so you don't even have to take your trash to the curb. Schedule your weekly pickup today by calling 580-432-5697. Stop paying more than you have to for quality, dependable, and locally owned trash pickup. Call Red Dirt Waste Services at 580-432-5697. That's 580-432-5697.
We're back here in Bridge Creek, 13-11. Blanchard a 2-point lead over the Lindsay Leopards. And Blanchard does have the possession there. They'll get the ball to start this second quarter. Aguero, Cameron, and I did not get Armando Hernandez also checked in at the end of that first quarter, but Hernandez back out there to start here along with Cater and Taylor. Wrigley will get it into Hull. That'll get Blanchard underway here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Lindsay's got 4 sophomores and a freshman on the floor right now.
And they lost track of Johnston momentarily. They luckily found him back, but again, they're working around. Graves working the high post, Johnston working the low post, and they can't get it to either one of them. Hull drives down, sends it back out to Smalley. He turned down the 3. Wrigley thought he was going to shoot. He was headed for a rebound, and he threw it out of bounds. That'll be the 4th turnover on Blanchard. Ramming checks back in for the Leopards. Cater will get a breather here.
Bryson Watts checks in.
Cameron on the dribble, gives it to Aguero left wing. He'll dribble to the top of the key, comes to Cameron out on the right side to the right wing for Hernandez. He'll drive down, send it in the direction of Ramming. Tried to save it in bounds. Ramming didn't allow it, got it, and then Aguero knocks it off of his feet out of bounds.
Unfortunate. Manny trying to turn around there and clear back out to the three-point line and just went off his foot.
So Blanchard basketball up 2. We're almost a minute into this second quarter. Up top, Graves, left side to Hull. Fires a 12-footer, and he goes. Hull with 6 in the game, makes it a 4-point Blanchard lead at 15-11. Cameron, left wing for Hernandez. Gets away from Smalley, lobs it over to Watts. He'll work to the right side, stops, comes back up top. Hernandez back over to Watts. Has Cameron on the short corner, gives it to Ramming in the lane. Nice work. Brody Ramming with a basket in the lane.
Yeah, you get to the short corner against that little 2-3 zone they're running, and Brody's going to, when that 6'6 kid's going to come out and cover that short corner, Brody's going to feast down there.
Hull gets stopped on his drive by Hernandez. Down the baseline goes Graves and just got it to climb over the rim and drop in.
Yeah, we got to be better help side right there. They're not used to helping out of that 3, that triangle and 2.
17-13, Blanchard by 4. Aguero with it right wing. Goes baseline, got around his man, lost the handle on it, got it back. Looking for Cameron, and we're going to have a timeout called by Coach Terry because the Leopards were fixing to turn it over right there, and he'll save that possession. 5:53 left in the first half. Blanchard by 4, but Leopards with the basketball when we come back after this. Timeout here on KBLP Live.
El Unico Taco Truck is ready to curb your hunger. The traveling taco truck has locations in Lindsay and Blanchard and is available for catering services. You can contact El Unico to book your next event at 405-760-0821. El Unico enjoys supporting all of our Leopards with their Taco Tuesdays. Reach out to El Unico for your next event.
17-13, Blanchard a 4-point lead, 5:53 left to go here in the first half. It'll be Leopard basketball coming out of the timeout as Blanchard kind of switched up defenses, had the Leopards a little bit off kilter there. So Cameron, Aguero, Hernandez, Watts, and Ramming will be on the floor for the Leopards out of this timeout. Watts will bring it in on the baseline. Looking for cutters. Hernandez gets it in the right corner. Gets to the right elbow. Dumps it down low for Cameron, but Johnston steals it. Watts saves it in bounds. And then it finally ends up in the hands of Jackson Hull, and then he is fouled.
Yeah, Armando pushed him right there, but that's a hustle foul. He was going after the ball, and so I wouldn't fault a kid for that.
Fifth turnover on the Leopards, however, and it's Blanchard basketball as Smalley has it left wing. Works around a screen from Watkins. Hull, top of the key, works left. Comes back to the right side for Graves. Graves looking at Johnston underneath, and again, Cameron doing a great job there. Hernandez with the backside help, but flew by him and left a left-hand turn underneath for Johnson for his 5th point.
Yeah, Armando's got to get the ball, or he's leaving the defender one-on-one.
Floater in the lane for for Aguero won't go. Smalley with the run out for Graves. He'll get an easy one at the other end, and it's the biggest lead of the game for Blanchard with 5 minutes left to go. They lead by 8, 21-13.
Yeah, they're 4 for 4 from the floor this quarter. We've got to do a better job of not letting them get those easy baskets underneath.
Ramming, top of the key. Johnson backs all the way off of him. Ramming's going to have to show him he's got some range. Ramming left wing. Takes Johnson into the lane. He's double teamed. Tried to send it over to Cameron. It's turned over again. That's the Leopards' 6th turnover. Here comes Smalley. Works to the right wing. Gets around the screen from Johnston. Gets to the left elbow and flips it out to Graves. Graves drives down. Might have got away with a travel there. Missed the shot, but Johnson's right there with the rebound and the putback. And there's a timeout, Lindsay, as the lead has grown to 10. An 8-0 run from the Lions makes it 23-13 with 4:18 left in the half.
Yeah, I thought Graves got away with a forearm.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them and come back with more coverage of Leopard basketball presented by the First National Bank after this timeout on your sports leader, KBLP Live.
Hughes Heat and Air is a family-owned business that serves Lindsay and surrounding areas. Hughes Heat and Air provides service for residential and commercial jobs, including simple repairs and new installations. Hugh and his crew take pride in providing professional, efficient, and reliable work at affordable rates. For your next heat and air project, give Hugh a call at 1-405-756-6399. Good luck, Lindsay.
Capturing all your special moments is such a blessing to me, from running down the ball field to walking down the aisle. Call or text Photography Blessings by Lacey for all your photography needs. 405-428-0305. Go Leopards and Leopardettes.
.418 left to go here in the first half. A 10-point lead for the Blanchard Lions. Wrigley back on the floor for the Lions. Johnston will have a seat. Taylor brings it up for the Leopards to get out of the timeout. Screen from Cater. The Leopards nearly turned it over again. Great defense right there between Smalley and Graves.
Yeah,
nearly forced the turnover.
Smalley comes up behind you and grabs that ball, and I think that time he got part of Creed's arm, but they didn't call it.
Cater sets the screen for Taylor. They go all the way to the left corner. 3 from Bryson Watts. Rims out no good. Aguero nearly had a rebound, but it'll go off of him out of bounds. That'll count as the 7th turnover on the Leopards. And 3:55 left in the half. Blanchard with a 10-point lead in the basketball.
Yeah, you're going to have to get some stops right here. And, Blanchard's been really good offensively of being patient. And after that first quarter, they haven't taken a 3. Really working to get it inside.
Wrigley for 3 from the right corner, and that one's good. Jared Wrigley for 3 for his first basket of the game.
The broadcaster jinx.
Yep, it's all your fault.
Yep.
26-13, a 13-point lead for the Blanchard Lions over the Leopards. Aguero has Wrigley over into the right corner. Cater for 3. That one partially blocked. It'll be out of bounds and Leopard basketball.
Yeah, they're holding on to our jersey, falling down. We're trying to run, and no call.
So Taylor under the basket to inbounds for the Leopards. Got to get some points going here. Lob to Cater. Turns around in the lane on Graves, puts up the left-hander, and it's short. Graves away with the miss. That's Keegan Graves' 4th rebound. Graves, spin move in the lane, lays it up and in. Nice move for Graves. He's got 8. Leads all scorers in the ball game. It's 28-13 Blanchard. Another turnover on the Leopards. The other way. Hull out to Smalley. 3 from the right side. That's good for Emery Smalley. And things are getting way out of control. This is a 16-0 run.
Yeah, they are 8 for 9 from the field this quarter.
Again, they have suddenly figured out how to get the offense going. The Leopards have not figured out the offense on their end. I'm going to have to get something turned around here. Around 2 left to go here in the half. We'll send it over to JD. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back to Bridge Creek after this on KBLP Live.
Tabor's Drug has been locally owned and operated for almost 60 years and has employed many leopards and leopardettes. We are very proud to be a supporter of our sports teams. At Tabor's Drug, your prescriptions are filled with care and accuracy, and our pharmacist is available for free consulting concerning your prescriptions bought at Tabor's. We also offer interpreters for our Spanish-speaking friends. We are a very friendly store that has that small town feel. You can reach us at 405-756-4511. Come and see us. First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
2:44 left to go here in the first half. Blanchard has found the bottom of the basket. They lead 31-13. They are on a 16-0 run right now. The Leopards have got to get some offense going. Johnson is back in for Blanchard. Taylor takes Smalley to the baseline, gets trapped out on the corner, and he finally tried to bounce it off of Smalley. And they're going to leave it with the Leopards as he bounced it off of Smalley's leg out of bounds. Again, that trap over on that wing, they are working that to perfection. The Leopards have not figured out a way out of that yet. Here comes the trap again. Wrigley tried to sell that he did not touch that pass, but the official did not believe him. He's going to give it back to the Leopards. Lob up top for Watts. Over to Aguero. Come back up to Taylor. Left side Watts. Takes Smalley to the baseline. Baseline jumper up and good for Bryson Watts. He's got stops a lengthy drought, but now you got to have a stop.
Yeah, this is where our problem has come this quarter.
Right side Hull. They've gone back to that kind of triangle 2 look. There's Wrigley for 3. It's off the side iron, no good, and they're going to call.
Yeah.
They're going to call the foul on Wrigley. Yes. Yeah. All right, Graves rather. Keegan Graves picks up the foul, pushing Taylor to keep him away from that play. It's just the first team foul and just the first on Graves.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to call it. He shoved him pretty hard.
Taylor to Watts in the lane, back out to Aguero, back up top for Taylor to Cater over the ramming left corner, and they're going to get 3 seconds in the lane, I think, on Watts. But that goes as the 9th turnover now on the Leopards here in the half. Needed points. You got the stop, but you didn't get any points at the other end. Now you need another stop. A minute and a half left before halftime as Hull will work to the right wing. Smalley between the circles. Back over Jared Wrigley, left side. 3 ball is short. Rebound tip. Johnson will come away with it. Puts it back up and in. That 6'6" frame, we just have any way to compete with it.
Yeah, he was in the middle of 4 guys and tipped it to himself and then put it in with 4 guys around him.
Aguero has Wrigley on him. They're going to skip it to Taylor and back over to Watts. Pass is tipped. Johnson comes away with it. Can Hull catch up with it? Yes, but he can't finish. But Smalley is right there to grab it and put it in. And it's back to a 20-point lead, 35-15. 45 seconds left in the half. Taylor drives to the baseline, sends it back out to Aguero. Up top, ramming. The backdoor cut for Aguero was there momentarily, but didn't give it to him. Up top for Watts. Works around a ramming screen, takes it down, gets it out to Aguero in the corner, and we're going to get a foul called on. Did they call that on Wrigley?
Yeah.
Yep. Jared Wrigley, second. Second team foul in the quarter. Watkins will check back in. Smalley checks out for the Lions. 28 seconds left before halftime. Taylor to inbound under his own basket. Lobs all the way to the top of the key for Cater. 3-ball, partially blocked by Graves, but it's pulled down by Watts. Taylor got around Watkins, sends it up top to Cater. Got around Graves, right elbow jumper from Cater is too strong. Ramming gets the miss, splits a double team, lays it up and in.
Ramming 3 for 3 from the floor so far.
35-17. 18-point Blanchard lead. Johnson underneath, double team, turns around on Ramming, traveled with it.
Yeah, he did.
5th turnover on Blanchard. The Leopards have 2.2 seconds left.
And probably didn't need to travel there.
Watts, three-quarter court shot is short. The Leopards outscored 22-6 in that quarter. And they trail by 18 here at halftime. It's 35-17 to score. We'll send it over to JD. We'll figure out some of our official and unofficial stats from the first half. We're back with more from halftime here in Bridge Creek right after this on KBLP Live.
Car Care Center is your hometown auto repair shop right here in Lindsay, America at 211 West Cherokee, providing complete automotive repair on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. So if your ride needs repair or service, Car Care Center can get it done. Whether it's radiators, mufflers, brakes, or diagnostics, Car Care Center can handle whatever you need to get back on the road. Call Car Care Center at 405-756-1447. That's 756-1447. Available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Car Care Center at 211 West Cherokee in Lindsay.
Clements Insurance provides insurance coverage to best suit your needs. We offer auto, home, farm, life, and business policies. Come by 109 West Chickasaw or call 405-756-2253. Clements Insurance is carrying on the tradition to satisfy you. So come see me, Keith, or Beth. Go Lindsay.
Whether you want to promote your business or unite your team, depend on Design It. Locally owned and operated, we are dedicated to offering the service you need to give you the results you deserve. We are committed to providing you with custom screen printing, embroidery, custom graphic designs, logo designs, and we have a creative arts department and an in-house artist who can take your idea and give it our professional touch with custom art services. Contact us today.
Curb your hunger at a new location right here in Lindsay, Oklahoma. From the owners of El Unico Taco Truck comes Casa 13. Casa 13 will bring a delicious variety of Mexican food. Stay tuned to their Facebook for sneak peeks. Following their grand opening on January 4th, Casa 13 will be located at 110 Northeast 4th Street right here in Lindsay, Oklahoma. Go Leopards!
This is Brandon Cottrell, pastor at Calvary Baptist Church. Just want to take a moment and invite you to come worship with us this Sunday. Classes begin at 9:30 and worship follows at 10:45. We have something for all ages each Wednesday night. Meals begin at 5:30 and Bible study follows at 6:30. We would love to have you come be a part of our worship. We are located 410 West Chickasaw. Come join us.
For all your tax services, contact Grant and Katie Johnson, CPA. Grant and Katie are certified public accountants that provide full-service accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. With 2 offices, one located at 600 Southeast 4th Street in Lindsay, Oklahoma, and another at 313 North Walnut in Pauls Valley, Grant and Katie are ready to meet your CPA needs. Give Grant or Katie a call at 405-238-2727 and set up your appointment today.
Hey Leopard fans, this is Nick Johnson from First Baptist Church Lindsay. At First Baptist Church, we are a family ministry and desire to faithfully proclaim the gospel in Lindsay and beyond. We would like to invite you to join us every Sunday for worship at 9 a.m. and Sunday school following at 10:15. Our Wednesday evening activities start with dinner at 5:50, and then we have Bible studies for children, youth, and adults starting at 6:30. First Baptist Church is proud to support the Lindsay Leopards, and we wish all of our student athletes a successful season. From all of us at First Baptist Church Lindsay, go Leopards!
Hey there, this is Trace Adams with Hassler Hot Oil Service. We are family owned and operated with over 25 years experience. I am a 4th generation Lindsay Leopard, and we proudly support Lindsay Leopards and Leopardettes athletically and academically in all their endeavors. Call my dad, Greg Adams, at 405-756-6075 for all of your hot oiler needs. Again, that's 405-756-6075. Go, Lindsay!
Hi, I'm Jess Thornburg with Homestead & Co. Realty. I'm a local realtor that lives locally. I live here and I work here. Growing up in rural Oklahoma, I was taught the value of doing the right thing. I know how valuable relationships are with good people. So I'd like to apply for the relationship of being your realtor. I'm not a high-pressure salesperson from the city, so call me at 405-471-9855 when you're thinking real estate. You'll get information from a real person without the sales pressure. Call me at 405-471-9855. Let's go, Lindsay.
Get your game day, or any day, off to a great start with Hot Mess Coffee at 213 South Main in Lindsay. Hot Mess Coffee Co. offers coffees, lattes, teas, and other tasty beverages, plus great food, too. Good luck to the Lindsay Leopards from Hot Mess Coffee Co. and Java House Realty at 213 South Main in Lindsay.
Back here at halftime, your First National Bank halftime show. The Leopards with some work to do. They trail 35-17 here at halftime. The Leopards had them within 2. It was 13-11. Blanchard on top by 2 at the end of 1. And then Blanchard found the basket there in that second quarter, and they outscored the Leopards 22-6 in that quarter. And they have a 18-point lead here at halftime. Blanchard is led by Ross Johnson. He's got 9 in the half. 8 points from Keegan Graves, 7 from Emery Smalley, 6 from Jackson Hull, and then a 3-point basket from Jared Wrigley and 2 from Cole Watkins. That rounds out the scoring for Blanchard, who shot the only free throw in this game. Johnson at an and one in the very first part of the game got a free throw, and that's the only free throw either team has shot here in this whole first half. For the Lindsay Leopards, 8 points from Bryson Watts. He had a couple of threes there in that first quarter and has 8 here at halftime. Brody Ramming with 6. Manny Aguero has a 3 as well for his 3 points, and that's it for the Leopards, who did not attempt a free throw. The Leopards have been out-rebounded by 8 here in this first half. 13-5, Blanchard with the rebound lead. Leopards have 9 turnovers, and Blanchard with 5 here at halftime. We'll go over to Glenn and talk about some of the other numbers.
Yeah, it's not very pretty, except for Blanchard. Blanchard's 14 for 21 from two-point range. They are 2 for 10 from three-point range for a total of 16 for 31 for 52% from the floor, shooting very well. They were 2 for 4 from three-point range that second quarter after going 0 for 6 the first quarter, but they've taken 31 shots so far from the field. Lindsay 4 for 9 from two-point range, 3 for 10 from three-point range for a total of 7 for 19 for 37%. So they haven't made more than we've attempted, but they're getting close. They've taken 12 more shots than we have from the floor, and that's always a result of rebounds and turnovers. So we got to fix that. We got to get some stops. I really liked how that diamond and or that triangle and 2 was working when they weren't making threes, but then they hit a couple of threes and then it doesn't look so good. So, but even when we were running that, they were still patient enough and getting some good shots inside. Plus, they were getting runouts, so they were making layups on the other end off of our turnovers, on live ball turnovers. So, we've got a lot of things to fix, but I think we got to keep our head up and keep working and keep grinding and take it one possession at a time, and I'm sure that's the message that Coach Terry told them at halftime. It's one possession at a time. You get a stop on one end, you do your best to score on the other end, and then see what the results are at the end of the game.
So let us see First National Bank halftime show and our officially unofficial stats from the first half. Again, in case you missed it earlier, the Lindsay Leopardettes will play the Consolation Championship game at 1 o'clock tomorrow. They'll take on Southmore. Southmore defeated Star Spencer in the Consolation semifinal game earlier this afternoon after the Leopardettes beat Bridge Creek for the third time this season. 55-22 the score in that Lindsay Bridge Creek game. And again, the Leopardettes will take on Southmore at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And then the Leopards, if they can come back with a huge second half and pull off a win here, would play at 8:30 tomorrow night for the championship. But if the Leopards lose this one here, they will play in the third place game, and that will be at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. And they will be playing the loser of the Tuttle Bridge Creek boys. If they lose, they'll play the winner of the Tuttle Bridge Creek boys should they win here this afternoon. With that, the Leopards do have the ball to start the third quarter. Watts, Taylor, Aguero, Cater, and Ramming, the starting five back out there for the Leopards. Smalley, Hull, Watkins, Graves, and Johnston, the starting five back out there for Blanchard as well. Get it to Ramming, top of the key. Turns down the shot, got around his man, but lost it off of his foot. Great move, turnover.
Yeah, he got Johnston out enough where he could take him to the hole, but then just dribbled off his foot.
Smalley trying to get around Taylor. Gets it to Graves up top for Hull. Back over to Smalley, left wing. And it looks like now they've just gone straight up man right now. They're not playing that triangle anymore. Watkins from the right elbow. Shot won't drop. Ramming will claim that rebound. That's his fourth rebound in the game. Taylor top of the key to the elbow. Lobs down to Cater. Gets it out in the left corner to Watts. Back to Cater on the wing. Back up top for Taylor. Ramming on the right wing this time. Back to Cater, top of the key. Back over to Ramming. Three ball from Brody from there. Rattles out. Watkins with the miss and the head. And there's a tip from Taylor. Cater comes away with it. Taylor one-on-one. Got the left-hander. The Leopards forced the turnover and get a basket out of it. 35-19. Leopards back within 16. Still got 6:40 left here in the third as Smalley dribbles out between the circles. They'll trap Hull over on the right wing, and we'll get a reach-in foul called on the Leopards, and that'll go on Creed Taylor.
Well, hey, he was going for the ball.
Yep. They did trap over there and kind of disrupted things. First on Taylor, first team foul in the quarter. They'll come out to trap Smalley. He works all the way to the left wing. Trap is still there, but got Watkins wide open underneath. He puts it up and in.
That was a good job by Smalley to find a wide open Watkins underneath.
And there is Taylor taking it down the left side of the lane and laying it in.
Yeah, good athletic move right there. Jumped up over somebody and finished.
37-21, Blanchard a 16-point lead. Watkins at the top of the key, gives it to Graves. He looks to drive in and then threw it away. Watkins comes away with it. Hull will get whistled for the foul. And Jackson Hull's first is the first team foul on Blanchard in the quarter.
Are they calling the foul?
They're going to.
Are they
so
calling
now I'm
foul?
confused if they get the foul, or did they call it?
They called a foul.
But
are they calling a foul on us?
Now I'm confused.
It was number two that fouled for them.
Yes, and they did put two up there. And then Yeah, but two is on the scoreboard, which Hull is the one who did actually foul.
Right.
37-21, Blanchard a 16-point lead. Blanchard also called that timeout. But we'll make sure this should be Leopard basketball. And looks like that's what it is. Blanchard is headed to the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, like Leopards come out trapping, kind of changing up the defense. They're in their man defense, but they're trapping out of it. So, changing things up, trying something. Obviously, the triangle and two has expired its usefulness. So,
Raymond gets it to Taylor left wing. Back out to Watts. He'll work to the top of the key. Waits on a screen for Ramming. Gets around Hull. Free ball from Raming is short, but Aguero with the rebound if he can hang on to it. Raming with it right wing. Goes back out to Taylor. Watts back over to Cater left wing. Raming comes around to screen, goes to drive in, takes Johnson down, gives it to Cater short corner. He can't penetrate around the hole, and he'll pull it back out. Watts to Aguero. 3-ball, can't get it to drop, and a rebound underneath for Cater. But let's see, are they...
Now, I thought Blanchard pushed off. Yep.
It's his second foul, second team foul.
Hull picks up the foul underneath.
Yeah, he's pushing Cater in the back.
Lob to Cater. Watts got it over to Aguero. He's looking at Raming underneath, can't get it to him. Now he'll give it to him in the corner. He's trapped there, and they got him in the air, and fouls there. Number 15, Brady Cook, is in for Blanchard, by the way.
Fouls on Cook.
And Cook picked up that foul.
Yeah, I like what they're doing. They're bringing Brody out, and that's pulling Johnston out and giving Brody the ball. Johnston's actually stepping out a little bit on him because they're trying to trap as well. And we need to kind of look for cutters and try and penetrate with Johnston out there by the three-point line.
Watts. Oh, we're still waiting. Cater trying to get a shoe tied.
He tied
over there.
one shoe, and they thought he was done, but then he had to tie the other shoe.
So we'll try this again with Raming on the sideline. Watts will come out and get it. Sends it to Cater toward that left side. Back to Taylor. Back to Watts on the wing right side. He'll take Smalley to the baseline. Hesitates, goes back across, and Graves comes up with the steal. Nice play from Keegan Graves, and he'll push it up the floor. Stops right wing, goes to Johnson down underneath. He's going to try to take Raming to the post. Jumper off the glass and good. That's the difference with having for a guy that's got 6 inches on you.
Yeah, 6'6", 275.
And Raming at 6 foot.
Yeah.
Taylor to Raming, left side Cater. Cater takes Greaves to the baseline, and we'll get an offensive foul called on Cater as Cook took the charge. Cater's first personal. That'll be the second team foul on the Leopards here in the quarter. It's still an 18-point Blanchard lead. We've got 4:19 left to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, we played even with them so far this quarter, but we've got to try and get some inroads here.
Hull will bring it up. Gives it to Graves on the right side. Cater picks him up on the switch. Gets to the free throw line, and Raming knocks the ball loose. The Leopards forced the 7th turnover on the Lions. Raming stops top of the key. Goes over to Taylor. Balance the floor out. Backdoor cut from Cater, not there. Goes to Watts left wing. Back to Cater in the left corner. Comes back to Aguero on the wing. Back out to Taylor. Taylor back up. Step back three on the way is no good. Rebound Graves. His 5th. Smalley across the timeline. Gets it to Hull on the right wing. Aguero with the defense. Back over right wing for Smalley. Underneath Watkins, turns around on Raming. Can't get there. Back up top. Smalley for 3 is an air ball. 8 turnovers on Blanchard.
Good defense right there. We did rotate and leave a guy wide open, but, you know.
But he missed the shot. So.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a reason you're open.
Yeah.
Sometimes they want you to shoot that.
Cameron returns for the Leopards along with Hernandez. Cook also checks out as Johnson returns for the Lions. Leopards bring it up with Watts on the dribble. He'll give it up to Hernandez left side. Watts comes back top of the key. Back over to Raming on the right wing. Skipped it all over to Taylor. Short corner Cameron. Inside tried to go to Hernandez, and it's stolen away. 12th turnover on the Leopards as Smalley brings it back across. Works around a screen from Johnson. Gets to the free throw line. Gives it back out between the circles to Hull. Graves down underneath the Johnson and double team, puts it up, missed it wide right. In transition, Cameron drew the contact, can't get the shot to fall, but nice work underneath.
Hey, we're going to get to shoot some free throws.
Keegan Graves picks up his second personal. That's the fourth team foul here in the quarter on Blanchard. So Cameron at the line to shoot two. And the first one up and good. First point of the game for Isaac Cameron. Makes it 39-22, cuts the lead to 17, can make it 16 with another free throw here. Jared Wrigley heads to the scorer's table, and second free throw from Cameron is an air ball. Wrigley will check in. Watkins will sit for Blanchard. It's 39-22, Blanchard by 17. We've got 2:22 left in the third. Hull will walk it across for the Lions. Wrigley gets it right wing. The trap goes to Graves down low post right side. Skip all the way to the left corner. Smalley three ball on the way. A little short. Graves, the offside rebound, can't get that one to go. And then batted out of bounds on the next rebound, and it'll go back to the Leopards.
Yeah, I mean, they are 2 for 13 from three-point range. I think that might be part of the strategy is, hey, go double. You're going to leave somebody open, but they haven't shot very well from out there.
Hernandez over to Watts, over the right side for Taylor. Taylor tries to go baseline, comes back up, goes in the line to Ramming. It's knocked loose. He's going to turn around on Johnson, though, and has it rejected. Hernandez nearly got it back. In transition, Wrigley gets it to Hall, and he sees the 6'2 Cameron in front of him and says, I think I'll pull it back out. Smalley works left, has it knocked out from behind by Taylor, but it'll go out of bounds and stay with the Lions. Minute 25 left here in the third. And Smalley will inbound on the baseline. Lob out for Graves. Graves gets the elbow, fakes the pass, throws it out. Taylor steals it. 10th turnover on Blanchard. Taylor stops right wing, hesitates, goes into the lane, dumps it across for Hernandez, who missed it badly, but Cameron with the offside miss. They're going to say he was out of bounds, though.
Armando was anticipating contact, and he got none, and that's – you're going to shoot wayward shots whenever you do that.
So Blanchard, as we approach a minute to go here in the third quarter with the ball and a 17-point lead. Smalley on the dribble. Goes to the Hull left wing, gets around the screen from Graves. Taylor nearly got another turnover, and this time we're going to whistle Creed Taylor with his second personal. Third team foul, so no free throws yet. 54 seconds left in the third.
Creed Taylor's playing with a lot of energy
since
we came out. So
in the backcourt, Hull will bring it back across. Again, Taylor on the defense. Right side, Wrigley. Gets a screen from Graves. Watts fights around the screen, stays with Wrigley. Taylor nearly got another steal right there, but Hull gets to the elbow. Back to Smalley between the circles. Wanted to go underneath the Johnson, got it to him. Back up top, Hull. Three ball on the way is short. Hernandez comes down with a miss. He'll push it to Watts. Watts takes it down inside, and a blocking foul is going to be called. Nice sidestep there from Watts. And the foul is going to be called on Jackson Hull. That's his third. Fifth team foul, and this will be two free throws coming up for Bryson Watts. .23 seconds left in the third. Try to cut into that 17-point lead. And that one will not drop in. 1 for 3 at the free throw line. Watts' second one on the way. That one will drop in. He's got 9 in the ball game. It's 39-23, a 16-point Blanchard lead. 20 seconds left in the third. Wrigley between the circles. Gives it back to Smalley, left side Hull. Graves comes out to the left wing to grab it. Looking underneath at Johnson. Goes all the way to the right side. Wrigley for three. No. Got his own miss. Got from the elbow. The floater won't drop there either, and Ramming comes away with a miss. And that'll be the end of the third. Leopards trailed by 18 at the end of the first half. They trail by 16 here at the end of three. 39-23 the score. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this. You're watching live coverage of Leopard basketball. It's presented by the First National Bank on KBLP Live.
With Oklahoma's weather being unpredictable, you need a trusted roofing company. At Legacy Roofing and Construction, we are proud to serve Lindsay, Oklahoma, and the surrounding areas. Call Legacy Roofing and Construction for a free estimate at 405-756-8855 or visit our website at legacy-roofing.com.
Hey, Lindsay community. My name is Christian Torres, and I am the minister for the Lindsay Church of Christ. We would like to invite you to come and worship with us on Sundays at 10:45 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We're located at 1205 West Cherokee Street. Here at the Lindsay Church of Christ, you will find the truth of God's Word, spoken in love, and a group of people who love God and one another. Do you have a Bible question? Well, we have a Bible answer. Come and worship with us and be edified at the Lindsay Church of Christ.
39-23 Blanchard with the lead over Lindsay, and we'll start the fourth quarter with the Lions with the basketball.
We've got number 10, Hunter Russell, in there now.
Hunter Russell in the ball game for the Leopards. We do, in fact, a 5'7" sophomore. Watkins stands with the left wing. Back up top, the Leopards have gone back to the zone, but Smalley finds the three from the right wing. It won't drop. The big Ross Johnson with the miss, and it got rejected by somebody. Watkins can't get the shot to go, and there's a lot of contact on his putback, and he'll get to go shoot free throws. And Isaac Cameron's first team foul in the quarter on the Leopards. And Watkins with 4 points in the ball game, may get 5 as he will hit just the second free throw attempted by Blanchard in this ball game. Pushes the lead back to 17 at 40-23. Watkins misses that one, but there is Johnson with a miss, and Cameron with another rejection, and then nearly a couple of turnovers, and what are we going to get here? A foul on the Leopards, obviously.
Yeah, Hull went flying. I'm not sure why.
Yeah. I would say it was because Isaac Cameron pushed him. That's his second team foul here in the quarter. Lob to Johnson. He'll give it out into the corner for Smalley. He races all the way into the lane. The floater up and in for Emery Smalley. He's got 9 in the ball game, back to a 19-point Blanchard lead at 42-23. Russell on the handle, sends it right side to Hernandez. Drives to the free throw line, sends it to Russell left ring, got around Graves, stops the baseline, puts it up and in. Hunter Russell off the bench, and the first time he touches it on the offensive end, he puts it in. The Leopards back within 17. Just over a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Smalley with the dribble, picked up by Russell.
Looks like we're in a 2-3 zone, or a 3-2.
3-2, yeah. Graves down the baseline, gets to the low post, comes up top. Wide open three from the left wing is up and good for Jackson Hull.
Jackson Hull, 3 points.
Back to a 20-point Blanchard lead at 45-25. Cameron on the dribble for the Leopards. Gets into the lane, gets around the big guy, throws it off for Hernandez and turned it over. 14 turnovers for the Leopards, and Watkins can't finish. Smalley has the miss, and then taken away. Cameron comes away with it. He's going to take it up against the big 6'6" Johnson, and he puts it up and in. 45-27, back to an 18-point deficit for the Leopards. 6 minutes left in the ball game. Smalley around a Watkins screen, back up to Hull, gets to the elbow left side, Graves left wing. Comes back up to Hull between the circles. Back over to Graves, back to Hull. Sends it right wing for Smalley. And then Watkins gets it back, and Coach Jeff Word wants to talk about it. We'll have a timeout on the floor, 5:40 left in the ball game. We'll be back with more live coverage of Leopard basketball presented by the First National Bank after this timeout here on KBLP Live.
At Rural Electric Cooperative, we're committed to providing electric power and opportunity to the many areas our members call home. That includes supporting youth programs that teach life skills and build character. With REC, you're more than a customer, you're a member owner. And that's why we're always working hard to provide you with the most dependable electric power possible. As a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, REC is dedicated to providing the best service possible and supporting the communities in our service area.
45-27, Blanchard up by 18. We've got 5:40 left to go in the ball game. It will be Blanchard ball out of the timeout. Number 25, Jared Wrigley, the 6'2 senior, is back in the ball game for Blanchard. Hernandez, Russell, Aguero, Ramming, and Cameron on the floor for the Leopards. Hull will get it out near the half line from Wrigley off the inbounds. Wrigley gets it around the curl, comes back inside, double screen, and Keegan Graves drove deep. Really should have been a foul on Graves' shot, and they don't call it. But Johnson came away with the rebound, and they will call the foul on his putback attempt. And I think that one's on Ramming.
Manuel Aguero had hold of the arm and forearm and everything else on Graves' shot.
Ramming's first, the team's third here in the quarter. Graves with a basket. He's in double figures with 10 and pushes the lead back to 20 at 47-27. Ramming on the right wing. Russell back between the circles over to Hernandez. He wants to go to the left wing, goes down the baseline to Cameron. He's going to take Watkins down the baseline and then send it over to Aguero, and Aguero lost it and bounced it off of Hull, bounced it off of Aguero out of bounds, and it'll be the 15th turnover now on the Leopards.
That's a heads-up play by Hull. I tell you what, athletic and heads up to throw it off of Manning.
So Hull will bring it up, sends it left wing for Watkins, back to Wrigley between the circles, right wing Hull. Back up to Watkins, back over to the left side for Wrigley. Back out to Hull, back over to Watkins in the corner. Now they get it underneath to Johnson, back up top. Hull for three, no good. But there's Wrigley with the rebound. The reverse layup on the putback won't go, but he'll earn some free throws. I think they're going to get Armando Hernandez his second, and that's 4 team fouls here in the quarter on the Leopards.
Well, and here's the problem. This quarter, they've outscored us by 4 points, but they've taken 9 shots. We've taken 2, and they've went to the free throw line twice. So 9 shots plus 4 free throws, and we've taken 2 shots. So that's not good.
Yeah. Wrigley goes 2 for 2 at the line. He's got 5 in the ball game, makes it 49-27. That 22-point lead, the biggest of the game for the Lions. Aguero working on Hull, finally gets it across the timeline. Hull lost his footing. Hernandez drives in from the right wing. The floater in the lane and good for Armando Hernandez. Puts it back to a 20-point game with 4:20 left. Smalley underneath for Graves, and we're going to get Aguero coming around trying to knock that pass away. Manny's second is the 5th, and that's going to put Graves at the free throw line. Again, Keegan Graves in double figures with 10 points. He's also got 6 rebounds. He has 6. Johnston has 7 to lead the way on the glass for Blanchard, and Graves misses the front end of 2. Ramming is out. Taylor back in for the Leopards. Graves with a second free throw attempt. That one is up and good. 50-29 Blanchard. 4:10 left in the ball game. Taylor on the handle and just blindly didn't look as he went to try to go to Russell. Graves with the steal, and Hull with the run-out layup at the other end. Makes it a 23-point game. Taylor on the handle. Needs some help. The backdoor cut from Russell over Watkins. Can't get it to drop. But Graves can't grab it. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Leopard basketball as Ross Johnson returns for Blanchard.
I'm not sure why.
Watkins will sit. Taylor will inbound on the baseline. In the lane, the floater back up and good for Hernandez, and he'll get an and one here. Nice attack in there as they count the basket. Smalley picks up just his first foul of the game, and just the first foul in this quarter on Blanchard. And Hernandez at the line to shoot an and one. And he got it. He's got 5 in the quarter. 52-32, a 20-point game. Right wing Smalley. Johnson, the backdoor cut, Graves. He got his man in the air, put it up and in. Nice hesitation moving the lane from Graves. Puts it back at 22. Russell from the right wing can't get it to drop. Smalley with the miss and fouls, and I think that'll be on Hernandez as well. That'll be his third, and this will be free throws for the Lions, and put Emery Smalley at the free throw line for the first time today. He's got 9 in the ball game, so going to double figures here. First free throw up and good. Puts Smalley in double figures with 10, and still another free throw to come here. That one short, but Graves with another rebound. Pushes it out to the right wing and up top for Hull. Hull races down the right side, gets into the lane, flips it to Johnson. Spin move to his left, floater is short. Hernandez pulls down the miss. Taylor pushes up the left side, picked up by Graves. Taylor to the left elbow, up and in. Creed Taylor with 6 in the ball game now. 55-34. Leopards still down by 21, 2:40 left in the ball game. And whistles and a foul. And I'm not real sure you're going to call Taylor on the foul.
Yeah, Creed and Hall have been kind of going at it here and kind of shoving each other a little bit.
Hull to the line for the first time. He's got 11 points in the ball game. It'll stay at 11 as he's short with that free throw. 55-34 our score, 2:36 left to go in the ball game. Hull's going to try his second one. That one won't go either, but there's Johnson with his his 8th rebound. And then a steal. Russell ahead to Aguero. Got it. Nice feed from Russell, and Aguero able to get that one up and in. Leopards get it back below 20 again to 19. Hull around Taylor to the baseline and got it up and in. Nice move from Jackson Hull. Back to 21. Taylor top of the key over to Aguero. Back over to Taylor.
2 minutes remaining.
Picked up by Graves, and there's the rejection on Taylor's floater, and Wrigley comes away with a miss. Gets it over to Graves. Graves drives into the lane, sends it up top to Johnson, back to Smalley, who's wide open in the left corner for 3, and he drains it.
Emery Smalley, 3 points.
60-36, Blanchard by 24. Their biggest lead of the game. Into the lane. Taylor sends it over to Russell. His 3-ball on the way. Everything but go down, but what a fly in from Hernandez. Tried to save it in bounds after he grabbed it, but then he threw it away. A minute 28 left. The Leopards, a really good first quarter, had things going their way, and then had a really bad second quarter, and it's been the downhill for them since. Number 15, Brady Cook, checks back in for Blanchard.
Will Lawrence, number 5, checks in for Lindsay.
There you go, missed that as well. And Wrigley will get free throws as Russell tried to stop the drive from Wrigley. Hunter Russell's first, and a couple of free throws coming up here for Wrigley. He was 2 for 2 his last trip at the line.
Jared Wrigley at the free throw line.
Wrigley's first one on the way will not drop. He's 2 for 3 at the free throw line now. Checking in for Blanchard, number 10, Ryan Rogers, the 6'3 sophomore, and number 11, Andrew Mitten. He's also a 6'3 sophomore. Watkins and Hull both check out. And that free throw from Wrigley will not go either, but there's an offensive rebound from Minton. That shot won't go, and Taylor will clear that one for the Leopards. Ahead in transition, Russell high off the glass and good. Got it up over Rogers and put it in, and Russell's got the basket. 60-38. Leopards trail by 22.
1 minute.
Over on the right wing is Minton inside. Cook sends it back up top. Rogers over to Minton, back up to Smalley. Wrigley around the top of the key. Clock's down to 45. Blanchard looks like they want to pull it out. The Leopards are not going to make it easy on him. Taylor forced the turnover. Sends it out to Cameron, left side Russell. Hernandez, 3-ball, left wing on the way, too strong. Rebound batted by Taylor, but right into the hands of Ryan Rogers. With 20 seconds left, Blanchard will likely just dribble out. And they will put one in the win column. They'll go to 13-4 on the season, protect that number 10 in the state ranking. And they'll move into a championship game tomorrow night at 8:30. They'll play the winner of Tuttle and Bridge Creek, as that game will be here later tonight. The Leopards will go to 9-7 on the season. And they will move into the third place game. They will play the loser of that Tuttle Bridge Creek game. And that game will be at 5:30 here tomorrow afternoon. Tuttle Bridge Creek boys play at 8:30 tonight. That'll be a good one if you want to come to Bridge Creek and watch a good ball game. With that, again, the Leopards lose a tough one here against a very, very, very good Blanchard Lion team. 60-38 the final score. We'll send it back to JD, take a timeout. Glenn and I will come up with some final numbers. We'll wrap it up for tonight and give you our broadcast schedule for tomorrow right after this here on KBLP Live.
If you have a hankering for the best barbecue in South Central Oklahoma, then get yourself down to the Meat Locker Barbecue in Lindsay. Every Monday, Thursday, and Friday, located just off of Highway 19, 106 Northwest 4th. At the Meat Locker, we work hard to bring you the most consistent, delicious, slow-smoked barbecue around at a price that won't break the bank. And don't forget, we cater too, and we'd love to do the cooking for your next event. So come see us or give us a call, 405-428-1198, and visit our new website at meatlockerbbqok.com for the latest Meat Locker merchandise. We're proud to sponsor this broadcast of Lindsay Leopard Athletics and want to wish all the students, faculty, and staff a successful year.
In our community, we believe in the power of unity and strength. Introducing the Pass Drug Free Coalition and a group of dedicated individuals committing to creating a drug-free environment. We work tirelessly to educate, empower, and support our community in the fight against drug abuse. Through preventions, programs, awareness campaigns, and partnership, we've made a significant impact. Join us in our mission to create a drug-free community together. We can make a difference. Visit our social media accounts or email us today to find out how you can get involved. Let's go Leopards and Leopardettes.
First National Bank of Lindsay is proud to be a sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Whether you're looking for a business loan, personal loan, or a certain type of deposit product, chances are we have what you're looking for. First National Bank, locally owned and operated, insured by FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to wrap up the semifinal game here in the winners bracket. The first semifinal on the boys' side, 60-38, the Blanchard Lions, showing why they are number 10 in the state in Class 4A. They come up with a 22-point win over the Leopards, 60-38, the final score. For Blanchard, 4 players in double figures. Emery Smalley, Jackson Hall, and Keegan Graves all finished with 13 apiece. Ross Johnston finishes with 11 for the 4 players in double figures. And then Cole Watkins and Jared Wrigley both finished with 5 apiece. Rounds out the scoring for Blanchard, who went 5 of 12 from the charity stripe. For the Lindsay Leopards, nobody in double figures, but Bryson Watts finished with 9. He had 8 of those in the first half, and we didn't see a lot of Bryson in the second half. They Leopards kind of went to a different lineup, and he had 1 free throw there in that third quarter, but he still leads the way for the Leopards with 9. 6 apiece from Creed Taylor and Brody Ramming, 5 apiece from Armando Hernandez and Manuel Aguero, 4 from Hunter Russell, and 3 points from Isaac Cameron rounds out the scoring for the Leopards, who were 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Leopards were minus 15 on the glass. 28-13, they were out-rebounded. Leopards had 16 turnovers in the ball game as well. Blanchard ends up with 12, and again, 60-38 the final. We'll talk to Glenn and see what the shooting numbers look like.
Yeah, for Blanchard, just volume shooting. We end up shooting 43% from the field. They shoot 44% from the field, but they took 20 more shots than we did from the field.
Wow.
They were 21 for 37 from 2-point range for 57%. That is how many total field goals we took was 37. They were 4 for 20 from 3-point range for 20%, for a total of 25 for 57 for 44%. For Lindsay, 13 for 22 for 59% from 2-point range, but just 3 for 15 for 20% from 3-point range for a total of 16 for 37 for 43%. So not a good 3-point shooting night, but a pretty good 2-point shooting night. When you can shoot 59% from 2-point range, you're doing really well, but just not enough threes, and they had way too many rebounds, and we had more turnovers than they did. So
yeah, just gave them too many shots. I mean, again, when they shoot 20 more shots than you do, then that's not going to bode well for you.
Yeah, so that puts way too much pressure on your defense to try and get stops. So.
Well, again, it's 60-38. Blanchard with the win. They'll improve to 13-4 on the season. Leopards dropped to 9-7. And so what that sets up for tomorrow is the Leopardettes will play the first game of the day for our broadcast. They'll be taking on Southmore at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for the Consolation Championship here in the Bobcat Classic for 2024. And then the Lindsay Leopards will move into that third-place boys game. That game will be at 5:30. And again, they'll play the loser of that Tuttle Bridge Creek boys game, which is not scheduled to play until 8:30 tonight. So you can stick around and watch that one, or you can check in the morning. We'll see if we can keep an eye on our Facebook page. We'll let you know maybe how that goes and what that looks like. But again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors for being with us here on our live broadcast of Lindsay Leopard basketball tonight. And congratulations to the Leopardettes for picking up their big win over Bridge Creek again today. And we'll see them first thing in the morning. Glenn, great job.
Hey, you too. And we will be doing both games tomorrow on the live stream.
That's right. We will be here for both games.
S&H Tank Service is your choice for Lindsay-owned and operated vacuum truck service. S&H Tank Service
make sure you stick around here with us
bobtails,
as we go through the weekend, and we'll be here tomorrow for a championship Saturday in the Bobcat Classic. A big thank you to Glenn, to J.D. Scruggs, Andrew, ESPN Lion, for Kevin Scruggs. A big thank you to Brianna Miller back at our studios handling the FM side, CeCe Lyon and Paige Sutherland as well, as we have a pretty good team here as far as I'm concerned. My name's Greg Peary. We're going to say goodbye from Bridge Creek for now. We'll see you back here just before 1 o'clock pregame to tip off between the Lindsay Leopardettes and Southmore when we do that. Until we see you then, remember, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
S&H Tank Service is your choice for Lindsay-owned and operated vacuum truck service. S&H Tank Service's fleet is equipped with transports, bobtails, pump and kill trucks rated up to 10,000 PSI, plus hot oil units, rock trailers, frac tanks, mud and shell haul-off pits, and soil farming. As Lindsay High School graduates, S&H is proud to support Lindsay schools and all of their student activities. S&H Tank Service would like to wish the Leopards and Leopardettes the best of luck in everything they do. Give S&H a call anytime, 24/7 at 405-756-3121. That's 405 805-756-3121. And remember, your phone starts our trucks. That's S&H Tank Service of Lindsay.
Do you have your Oklahoma medical marijuana card, or do you need your card? Rusty's can help you with that. We are your local vape shop and dispensary with more than 6 years of service as a modern smoke shop. Rusty's is located 1 block north of Cherokee Street at 204 Northwest 4th Street in Lindsay, and half a mile east of I-35 at 2401 West Grant Street in Pauls Valley. Get your stash at Rusty's.
The Shopper News Note isn't just another paper. The Shopper News Note is a weekly publication that arrives in your mailbox every Wednesday for free. The Shopper offers free Shopper Topper advertisements, as well as news notes and classifieds. And everyone at the Shopper wishes the Lindsay Leopards good luck this season. Go Leopards!